Okay.
Rick, you're a great interrogator.
Thank you.
Good job.
Well, I'm going to interrogate you a little more because now we're doing our open mic segment, which is just a couple minutes of chat, and it won't air, but it'll be on YouTube forever. So, so let me ask you something that we didn't get into. When you like talking to high schoolers, that's something you do annually, right?
Yes, we have a workshop in experimental economics. It's 1 week long. We bring in juniors and seniors, and it's oversubscribed every year. In fact, we don't even have to do much to promote it. It's word of mouth. And we did those when I was at George Mason University in Virginia, and then we've continued that here. And that is an incredible...
Here at Chapman University.
Yes, here at Chapman. And it's just really see, this is hands-on learning. They're actually participating in auction markets. They participate in various two-person games, what we call a trust game. You see, where if you don't trust the other, he can take all the money. And so it combines, you see, textual readings with hands-on experience. And then in the high school workshops, they do various kinds of projects. And they work on, how would you solve the parking problem?
How do kids take to it? Do they?
Oh, they love it. And sometimes we get students that are very good, that are turned on by that. And whether or not they come to Chapman, they may want to come into a fellows. We have a scholars program, summer scholars program for people that come out of that high school, and also maybe combine with some of the students at Chapman that are interested in doing something in the summer. And that's supported by a foundation I started in 1997.
Do you find, is there any question in particular they want to know from you? I mean, is there kind of, that, like, if you go in and talk to second graders, they want to know how much money do you make and did you ever meet the president? Do the high schoolers have certain questions or ideas?
We challenge them with, in the humanomics problem, and also that's included in the high school work, we challenge them with a question: how does a rich country become rich? What is a good person, and how are those two questions related? and very roughly, that's the two books by Adam Smith, if you want to take it back, because The Wealth of Nations, you see, is about how countries become rich. And What's a Good Person is basically something that's dealt with in the theory of moral sentiments.
Very good. And I know Smith is a common name, but do you claim any ancestry to Adam Smith that you're aware of? No?
No, he never married, and...
No, okay, all right. Finally, science and religion. You have studied that a lot and written about it, right?
Yes.
It's
kind of a hobby.
What does science and religion? Let's put it, religion and economics. You must be kidding me. But anyway, science, religion, and economics. How does it all tie in?
Well, I've long been interested in kind of I studied as an undergraduate at Caltech. I studied physics. And I've kept that up. I still read Nature and sometimes Science. Nature is the British version of our American science journals. Science and Nature are kind of the two leading journals. So I keep up with what's going on in physics, not in detail, and I'm an amateur, but I do have some training in that, and they've enabled me to do it. And the thing about what's happening in modern science, you see, is that the whole kind of materialism is dead, because you see, science has long been concerned what's the ultimate building blocks of matter and everything, and the idea is you get down, if we find those the ultimate building blocks, then we'll understand everything. You see, well, you get down there and there isn't any. It's just energy. You see, what it is things that are particles that sometimes behave like particles and sometimes like waves, and it's all energy, and it's a lot. You see, that's what's in your own brain. You see, people might say, well, what are the ultimate constituents of our brains? Well, it's not material. You get down to the basics. It's energy, and it's all governed by equations and mathematics, and that's a product of the mind. So in a sense, there's a sense in which the ultimate reality is mind. And that's sort of spooky by the conventional standards of science, you see. Well, but the ancients all, you see, the ancients believed, let me give you a kind of a concrete examples. They believed that clouds were divine. They didn't understand the mechanics of it. And well, we now understand that what they are, it's water molecules under certain conditions of pressure and temperature that give you these clouds and everything. But it's no less divine, because why is that? And where do the laws come from that govern that? You see, that's ultimately, has to do with ultimate questions that science can't answer any more than religion. You see, so they come together there. And so science, in a way, quantum mechanics, modern physics, has kind of created precise models of something that's very mystical, in the sense that we can't relate to it experientially. We only know about it through traces on screens.
So measuring the mystical makes it no less mystical.
So as I see it, science and religion, you see, we've come full circle. And they're really very close together.
I wish I was in one of your classes, but I think we got a taste of Professor Smith here. Thanks so much. It's really been great talking to you, Vernon.